Hey folks, so I wanted to make this video while I was sitting out at the soccer field there, but unfortunately it's a little bit too much breeze, and I really wanted you to hear what I was saying. The other reason is I went for a walk, and all the dead grass is all flattened down. As I was walking through it, it's just alive with tiny little spiders. There's spiders all over the place. So I really didn't want to sit on my fallen tree out there and get spiders crawling all over me. I don't like that thought. So, Eclipse Day today, and I'll show you in time-lapse my experience. We are just outside of the totality area, and I really expected more. I was disappointed. So I've mentioned before, I've been through an eclipse, 87, 88, 89, 91, somewhere in that area, and it was a lot better than this. Best way I can describe it is it looked like a sunny day, but it was really, really, really dim. Not to the point where the streetlights came on, but that's my impression. That's the only way I can describe it. It looked like a sunny day, but it was really dim. So, I'm not sure. I don't remember anything about it. I don't know whether we were in totality or if we were outside. I didn't know. So, I wasn't sure what to expect today. And no. That was far better than what I saw today. So I wasn't going to get any video of the sun itself. The main reason for that, I'd like to have, but I don't have the right filter for my camera. And if I was to point, like, the scooter cams are no problem because they're wide angle. The sun's in them all the time, it doesn't hurt them. But when you start zooming in, if I was to use a scooter cam, the sun would be this tiny little dot in the sky, and you really wouldn't see anything anyways. But in order to, have the sun take up any space in the video at all, you have to zoom into it. And as soon as you do that, it's kind of like holding a magnifying glass on an ant, right? Frying the ant, it'll fry my image sensor. And I did look at the filters. I can't justify the price. Like, there's nothing to them. They're like a square cube. A square cube. A round circle. They're like a cardboard cube with a lens filter on one end of them. And they're like $36. It's like, I can't justify the price of that for one single use. Plus, they probably wouldn't have got here in time anyway, so I'm going to go bother with that. I just wanted to show my experience, what I saw, just environmentally, the darkness. And, yes, it got dim. It got to the point where it looked like it would normally look with my sunglasses on. It really didn't get all that dim at all. But what I thought was funny is the robins around me started singing their bedtime song. So, they thought it was evening. That was pretty cool. So I heard frogs today for the first time. First time this year. First time. That was enjoyable. So, yesterday, well, first of all, I'm probably going to repeat something here. I've tried to talk about a couple things for like 3 times now, and I was going to include it in yesterday's video, but I'm not going to make yesterday's video now. I took a couple of days off because of the cold. I remember telling you I was going to do that. I don't know if I told you I did, but I was going to, and the next day I went out. It was still single digits, but it turned out to be a really, really nice day, and I stayed out for a long time. I didn't drive a lot because, the Monster, I'm just not getting a lot of range out of the Monster right now, with the lower temperatures and the flat tire and that. So I didn't expect too much for that day. But I was surprised. It was so nice. I went somewhere, I'd take a break, nice long break, and enjoy the sunshine. And then I'd drive somewhere else and stop, take a break, enjoy the sunshine. That's all I did. It was just sitting in the sun, basically, enjoying it. And I had no plans on doing anything in the garage because I figured it was going to be too cold, so I didn't bring my other camera with me or anything. And it would have been a good day to do some work out here, but I wasn't expecting it, so it never happened. And yesterday is the first day of the double digits. They're back now, and I'm enjoying this. And I was actually planning on doing something out here yesterday, but I kind of got not sidetracked. It didn't work out because before I go to bed, I make sure the cat's got lots of food, because if he runs out of food, he wakes me up in the middle of the night or early morning or something. And, well, apparently I forgot, because he woke me up. And it took me a while to get back to sleep, and then when I finally get back to sleep, I woke up late yesterday. I was planning on doing something out here. I got out so late. And yesterday being a nice day, I stayed out a little longer. By the time I go home, I just didn't feel like doing anything. So that was a little bit disappointing. But something happened yesterday. I was going to make a video, and I'm not going to do that now, and I'll explain why. I got down by the park, and there were a bunch of kids down there that were playing street hockey, and they called me over. They wanted to be in my video, so I don't have a problem with that. I get that all the time, right? So I went down there, and they played hockey for a bit, and then I left, and I was gonna make a video. I was gonna do a musical video like I haven't done for a while, with an intermission with the kids playing hockey. And when I was making that video, I'm not comfortable with it, so I'm not gonna make that video. It's not like I approached them. They asked me, right? But as soon as I turned to go down towards them, like, that's why I've got the scooter cams to show, what's happening and that. But the audio's not all that great on this camera, and you can't really hear them asking, right? It just looks like I stopped to talk to them, and then I turned and went to where they were. And another thing is, one of the boys didn't want to be in the video, so he left, and I felt really bad at that time, but no. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to show it. So, I know the one boy said he's subscribed to my channel, so if you're watching this, I'm sorry, but I'm just not comfortable. I can't do it. So I spent some time on this video last night, and I just got to that point, and I couldn't continue it, so I wasted a little bit of time on that video. But, things happen. Follow your gut, right? I've learned that a long time ago. But like I said, normally I don't have a problem with it. It just didn't look right. The appearance of it looked like it was my doing. It looked like it was my choice. I don't know. I just didn't like how it looked. And if I feel that way, I know what the situation was, then other people are gonna, think the same thing. And I can do it. Like, it's in a public area. I can show anybody I want, right? As long as we're in a public area. I don't need to ask permission. But when minors are involved, you got to be cautious. And if I don't feel comfortable with it, I'm not going to do it. So, I think I only got one more thing to talk about. I will end my time-lapse for today. I will time it so it fits the space here where I'm talking about it. And I'll end that right about now, and I will show the apartment building. I haven't talked about it for a while. So they got a fair amount done on it. They still got a long way to go, but at least it actually looks like an apartment building now. It no longer looks like a multi-story factory building, right? But it's just so large. And it looks so out of place. So I just kind of stopped yesterday and just sat there for a minute or two, just so you can see what the progress is on it. And I come back from the soccer fields today. I drove by, and you can see what it looks like from the road. It's horrendous. It just looks so out of place. But at least it's not ugly. It's actually a fairly nice looking building. It's just too big. So, I guess that's all I got. I just wanted to show you my disappointing experience with the Eclipse today. So, another reason I wasn't too worried about not getting actual video of the Eclipse itself is there's just going to be a billion videos on the internet already anyways. Oh. But anyway, I guess that's all I got.